Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a few months since we've done a video, but we're here and we're back. We got a new friend with us over here. We're just going to be Legit Jenkins. And as always, we have Technically Lou and myself, Abyss Depth. Welcome, Legit Jenkins.
Hello! This is the video on the Ubisoft Forward event that they did, I believe, on the 12th of July? 12th.
We got Jenkins for his great vocabulary. That's ironic timing. What were we hoping to see here, out of interest?
Disappointment.
Skull and Bones.
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal suspected to have links with the terrorist group.
Different with Watch Dogs.
It's not gameplay, I can tell you that. It's said at the top, not actual gameplay.
This is definitely gameplay.
As long as they have the parkour, that'd
not
be
to
good.
approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners.
They have apple
I
sauce.
did not speak out because I was not a foreigner.
I really hope they don't overdo the accents. I'm gonna cry if they do.
Crikey, mate, he's done ya!
Then they came for the protesters. And I did not speak out
Wow.
because I was not a protester.
Wow. Someone cannot drive their drone.
Do you know what I feel like they've
Then
done?
they came for the journalists.
Remember when this game was about to release,
I
right,
did
and they
not
delayed it?
speak out
What
because
they've
I
done
was
is
not
they've
a
taken the extra
journalist.
year to make a trailer that looks like the Spider-Verse film.
That's it. The entire extra year has just been the trailer.
Yeah. And nothing
And
else.
then they came for street artists. But I did not speak out
That was an unrealistic turn.
because I am not a street artist.
Also, it's very unrealistic. They would not be able to move that fast in London. You'd be stuck in traffic the whole time, no matter what time of day it is. You can't move in London. You're just
What the
sat
hell
in a
is that?
car park.
I want one though.
Shit's
No way
weird.
would you stay up there like that.
No.
You'd be off in seconds.
You'd have flown.
First thing I'm seeing is a red bus, not gonna lie. I want a double-decker bus.
That's more realistic. Traffic, you can barely move in London. That's more realistic.
That's true.
I mean, those buses are hustling. Who's
that's
driving those buses? They are fast.
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
Right! Oh! Nice! Where are we off to, sir?
It's fine. I'll show you the way.
Okay. Sorry, miss. Jesus! All right, so we're in a total mess now, so let's get the hell out of here.
Really want to make the "Did you see my gender" joke, but I can't bring myself to do it.
Thanks for the Uber.
There's nothing more debilitating than that. This way, not to be able to do what you're passionate about.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked. Hundreds of heavily armed Albion
Well. Welcome to the Resistance. Here's a welcome gift for our new members.
but the disappearance of the criminal
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
has been raised.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents.
This is nostrils.
Yeah, right there. Super weird.
Like, how does he breathe?
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team. Like him. Ha! her. Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret weapon. In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes.
Badly.
Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Can you just wipe his face if his
Like
hand
everyone
Hell
who gets
yeah.
balls with, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy.
How's he so good at hacking?
He can even call his own cargo drone. Perfect for gate crashing, when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
Come here, you soidoid shitboy.
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently.
Why is
If
he
you
shot by a
rather
drone
keep
that's
your
significantly
distance,
less
we've
cool
got
than
you
his drone?
covered. Amy
What
is
is that? It's a drone. You
expert,
just literally rode one.
Yeah, but his was just a cargo
a
drone.
real tech connoisseur.
Oh, yes.
Boring.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
That guy's
What
in
an
here with
adorable
sneaking up
creepy
with
crawler.
neon clothes backpacks.
Here we are. Let's
Yeah, I
class
don't
the
like that
place up.
spider either, to be honest with
A
you.
drone expert does have the unique ability
See,
to
she's
summon
got a
their own
cooler
drone.
drone.
This little darling is
Oh, look at
fast
that.
and
Wrecked.
stealthy.
Easy.
Aim, she fires, she hits.
I'm reading incoming drones.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
still
he's still
doesn't have
got
a
bad
really
drones.
cool drone. Yeah.
She can
Yeah.
also hack enemy drones.
Never
turning
mind.
the tide in her
Yeah, she
favor.
does.
My bad. My bad.
And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done. Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious
Why are you
and
saying
she'll
that out
probably
loud?
wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
Snap.
Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
It's totally not John Wick.
No, for sure. No. I don't get the reference.
It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
Is that a teabag on the back of his hat?
Yeah.
Seems like it, yeah.
I don't think it actually is, but it looks like one. When someone hurts the tea, I'm okay with it.
Some might even call him an artist.
It's certainly not John Wick, right? It's the same animations and
He just got
I was about to
shot
say,
in like the fucking neck and
Here's the
blood
bastard
squirted out, and he's
responsible.
like,
Pretty sure this music
Done
sounds like
and
John Wick as
dusted.
well. We're like doing it in the clubs.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
you mean though, bro?
Everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero. So get out there, find the best recruits, and build your resistance.
yes, paintball gun. Just take him down.
It's time to take back London.
I mean, for you guys, like, did you know much about Watch Dogs Legions before?
A little bit.
Like
I knew
so
that you could
has this-
recruit whoever and all that nonsense.
Yeah. So has this trailer taught you anything new about the game that we didn't already know?
No.
There's John Wick.
See, that's kind of my problem. Like, I don't really.
Oh, no,
the
actually it
game is
has.
about to come out, though, right?
No, it has. Before you didn't know that you could recruit people that works for Albion. They didn't say that before.
Because you didn't
They
know
said
about
you-
Albion.
True.
Mm,
Well,
true.
yeah. They showed it in a bit more detail, yeah.
Yeah, they explained some of not concepts, but some of the more story based aspects. And as it turns out, the concepts we already knew still blend with the story aspects. Like,
yeah, it's kind of good they've sort of expanded on. You know, you can recruit anyone, and here's how you could it's given an example of how you could use that as well.
And everyone is unique. Like that part, we weren't really clear on. Everyone does have different abilities and such, and that's cool. It's definitely better. But
we say
to an extent, it's gonna happen. Yeah, like to an extent,
you're gonna see overlap, of course. Like there's only so many abilities you can make, but
so many voice actors they can hire and so many origin stories. But for me, what I really wanted to see from that trailer was this game was about to come out. We stopped it because we said all our games are too similar, so we're going to try and make our games more unique. So what I really wanted to see from this trailer is what they've spent the extra year doing that separates it from the rest of the Ubisoft titles, and I didn't really get a sense of anything change.
It looks like it's going to be Watch Dogs 2 with free recruiting.
Well,
which isn't a bad thing. Like I loved Watch Dogs 2, so it's not not
one of my favorite games.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but it doesn't look like it's something completely new and innovative.
So long as they get away from what they've been doing with their games, like so for instance with Odyssey, and not so much Origins, but Odyssey more, where they just pad the hell out of stuff with side content. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but when the actual main story is detracted from because of that. So, like, with how it works in Odyssey, is like you can do your main quest, but realistically, you need to do the side content to level up to continue it. It's not so bad having, like, hundreds of hours of side content, but it's optional. You shouldn't be forced to go and do it.
I think they knew that, though. Like, Valhalla is already confirmed to be shorter than Odyssey. Well, Odyssey was a little bit overblown, and they admit that too.
I've got no issues with them having the scale that Odyssey had, but not sit there thinking if you want to do this mission, you're going to have to level up with X amount of side quests. Just allow you to breeze through the main story and do nothing else.
Because I think the problem is on a game that scale, if you don't put that much content, the world seems empty. Like
I think the point we're getting at, I think, is it's fine having the side content, but it shouldn't be like if you want to go on there and do something optional, you can, but it shouldn't be like I have to go and do optional stuff because I can't physically do the story now because it's too hard for me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. My main fear was Watch Dogs 2. It was eccentric, it was over the top, it was silly, but it took itself seriously at the same time. Like it made a good story, it tried hard to be a good story, had some really cool, interesting characters, and then this one looks like it goes really too far the other way. Like the story's going to be sacrificed just for silly slapstick humour and over the top nonsense rather than here's our main story we're trying to tell. That's my main fear.
I've got no issue with them doing like what they did with like Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs 1 again for this one.
Watch Dogs 1 and 2 were pretty different. Like the problem with Watch Dogs 1, it was another Assassin's Creed where like 90% of the game is running around getting collectibles and exploring. Like,
and even worse because it wasn't even an open world, was it? It was like the illusion of an open world. There was invisible walls everywhere. You couldn't like drive over.
Yeah, you unlocked the city as the game progressed.
I just hope they don't lose because I've just started playing Watch Dogs 2 again, and I hope they don't lose the kind of lived-in aspect of it. The issue that I always had with all the GTAs, and even GTA 5 to an extent, it does feel slightly empty now and again if you just take time to just walk around. Whereas with Watch Dogs 2, there always seems to be something going on.
There's people.
Yeah, there's not a lot of character, is there, in GTA? Watch Dogs 2 has a lot of character.
Yeah,
I think that's the beauty of Watch Dogs as well. When the map's a lot smaller, a lot of people go, "Oh, a smaller map that sucks." It's like a quarter of the size of GTA 5 map, but every street corner is designed, handcrafted, and it has something interesting about it. It adds something to the game. Whereas GTA is just we're big for the sake of being big, you know. So I think that's what Watch Dogs as well is. It adds that character in by taking more quality in a smaller quantity rather than just we're big, you know.
Also, I liked a lot of their animations. It looks like they're putting a lot of work into the different animations when it comes to executions and shit. There was a million different types of executions. They looked all pretty solid, and jumping from one enemy to the other. So that was pretty cool.
Right. Shall we move on to Brawlhalla?
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Hell yeah.
All right. Mobile game. Is that a mobile game? It's not actually.
No,
it's
on
PC.
Everything. It's on Steam. It's on PC. It's Super Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Is it good?
It's literally Super Smash Brothers. Do you like Super Smash Brothers?
I've not played it.
You've never played Super Smash? What?
It's coming to mobile, so it must be good. You all have mobile phones, right?
I can't talk to you anymore.
Ubisoft.
The target is being held on the ground floor.
Is this another mobile game? It's another mobile game.
Definitely.
Fortnite.
Register now on the App Store.
Yes!
You get higher tier weapons if you pre-register!
It looks right, doesn't it?
I think it's right. I like it.
Is that London? Everything's in London, right?
It's not London.
No, it's definitely London.
It's in Hyperscape.
Everything's in London.
That's French. No, that's more French street vibe, that is.
What was that?
London.
A hack in a hyperscape.
It's a battle royale.
That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started to come true.
They're giving it a story.
Decisions. We made some bad decisions.
And what's a battle royale without story?
Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions.
PUBG.
So, here we are. 10 billion souls living in the
cows with VR.
cities. But the people at
It's like
prison
Dread.
changed everything. They gave everyone a way out.
Link.
The Hyperscape. In the Hyperscape, the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can be.
Oh, not 100 players, not 200 players, 99 players.
Not enough. Everyone knows when next battle
Is
royale
it
good. It's
teams
more
of 3? Because, like, then 99 would make sense.
It is.
You can't divide 100 by 3. Wow, learn to fucking aim.
My controller!
Oh fuck, they're on me!
Look at this edgy fuck. That's me. I would play that guy.
But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt.
Die in the game, die in real life.
Disappearing from the real world.
Oh no.
A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape. And we have to find it. Some of us are searching for a way up. Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the Hyperscape.
JC's work on Far Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top
I miss
creative...
Prince of Persia. That's a good
What's
one.
exciting is we started building it from scratch. Seeing it grow, adding ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker. One of the companies
Looks
there,
pretty bright to
they are
me.
launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia.
London.
Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops.
That's very
go
French
into
style
interiors
rooftop
where it's
architecture
much more
there,
narrow,
so-
much more stressful.
It's more
You
like
get to
Paris.
the landmarks where there's more
Baguette.
Why reload when you can just make a new gun?
items, but also more players, so it's a risk-reward kind of deal. We introduce the notion of
Yeah,
hacks,
take that,
special
Flo.
abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself, you can wrap yourself into a ball and bounce around the battlefield.
What the fuck?
So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with.
Win with the ball! Win with the ball!
Spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels through the Twitch extension.
It's Just imagine the final area you play, like the final circle, just like 5 balls bouncing into each other off the edge.
They want to affect the whole
Like a
battle.
sumo
Things
match.
like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, will have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that is happening.
See, that bit could be quite fun.
For me, it's really exciting because right now, as we speak, we are launching the open beta, and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
Watch and learn how it's done.
I want a katana.
That range on that shotgun though.
Showtime.
Hacker!
This song is in the Cyberpunk 2077 soundtrack.
Oof.
I got a young push, it sounds like Ninja. I don't know if it actually is, but it sounds like him.
What the fuck? Why wouldn't you just shoot him?
You make him fly first.
Because it doesn't look as cool for the camera.
Here we go.
What the fuck? This Fortnite! So you can call everyone a hacker and you're not lying. That's cool.
That's true.
Okay, so when can we expect the Pixel Herd Hyperscape first try, first play? What do I usually call them? First impressions. That's what
We
I call
have
it.
to.
Pixel Herd. First impressions of Hyperscape. Bullshit! Battle Royale.
Spoke can take my place. Since you know
Nobody wants to give it a go.
Do we have to?
I mean,
I'm all for this.
It's
I
a
watched
battle
a bit of
royale with
playing-
like unrealistic hacks. That's all it is. Like
I watched a bit of Myth on Twitch playing it, and it has
look
the most
kinda fun.
extreme TTK I've ever seen. It's like you have to smash people like 17 grenades to the face to kill them, and when everyone's going "Wah!" like that all the time, it's really hard to hit anybody, especially if you've got a bad aim like me. So I
Is
have
that
played a little
how do they go?
bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely want
The
to play
one
it
that
now.
I did like is the fact that people like if anyone's streaming it on Twitch in your game, their viewers can then like turn the gravity off for a bit. and
I
see-
like
that's cool.
that there's a story.
Me too. I've always wanted a good story in a battle royale.
Hell yeah. Let's just download it, play, and not kill anyone. Let's just go do the story.
Hyperscape. I think visually it looks really nice. I like the music. I like the
It's
atmosphere. I
very
think it
dark.
looks very nice.
Looks very
I
dark.
think I think it would do more.
That's what he
as
said,
an
right?
arena shooter.
It's in the future. It's dark.
It's a dark future for humanity.
Even though the sun's shining
Look,
all the
that's
time
what-
and everyone's in neon colors of hamster ball.
Fortnite. I mean, those are dark days if you started from playing Fortnite, but no, I agree with Jenkins. I would like to see it as an arena shooter.
Me
I'd
too.
much
Like
prefer a lot of people
like
will reach
hero
it, like-
shooters, like Overwatch
Well,
heroes.
it's not even that-
Breakers.
the amount of people that I see on like Twitch who's streaming it are streaming it as an arena shooter. They're running around shooting people as an arena shooter rather than a BR. It doesn't look like it plays like a BR, which kind of what's the point?
What?
Yeah, I don't mean like it's kind of
Well,
like,
like
everyone just
yeah,
kind of
like-
trying to go crazy shooting each other without any real. There's not
Yeah.
like the looting phase is tiny. There's not much to it. It's kind
Yeah.
of just grab the person you see and start bouncing around and shooting at each other. Like as I said, like that. And
So
then
it's
like,
a more
I said
chaotic
it's
battle
so-
royale.
It's just
Pretty much, yeah.
it's hyper as hell. The name is apt. I think
Oh, okay.
I think we should definitely give it a go for a Pixelhead video just for a laugh. I think we should do it.
Okay.
Pixelhead impressions.
I'm out.
As we move into the next generation of gaming, Ubisoft has been working closely with
Your
console
money for
makers
Hyperscape
to take
skins?
advantage
Oh,
of all the
exactly. Thank you,
extraordinary
Jenkins.
capabilities These new consoles will offer.
I want a
Now
hamster
we
ball
have a
skin.
special guest to
I
tell
want a
us a little
Pokeball.
more.
That would,
mate,
I would
I'd
actually
buy-
might play it. Yeah.
I'd buy it. Whoa!
Ubisoft is supporting
The god
smart
is
delivery.
talking. He said the buzzword.
All right, we know you've been waiting to hear more about this game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep dive into the world of Vikings.
The time period of Vikings is really, really inspiring.
Is it?
When we did our research,
Yeah,
we
I often feel
found
inspired by
that,
Vikings.
they were not mindless barbarians.
Only when I drink.
Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new
dark
lands
future,
for
look,
them
so
to settle.
dark.
And so they
Yeah,
had
it's
really
pretty dark.
human motivations. It is a personal adventure.
That fur
So it
is
the
super
story
fucking
of
unrealistic.
Eivor, a Viking
Like they're
chieftain.
talking about trying to be realistic.
Eivor is,
Vikings don't like.
a male or a female. You
It's a
decide
bear! Kill it! We need the fur! Like that doesn't
and
happen.
We'll have to leave Norway to settle in
Like,
England
how'd you know?
because you just can't live in Norway anymore.
Because I know
Too much
Viking
political
history. Like
pressure,
I've
no
read up on
resources
it and
available.
shit. They don't all have giant fucking pads of fur on them. Like that's not a thing. And this leather armor. Do you know how difficult leather armor is to make when you can just make a fucking regular cloth pad and it's just as useful? No one makes leather armor. I'm sorry.
Apparently that was a trigger for Abyss.
Yeah.
We don't even care about the leather armor!
And nobody even cares about etymology. Apparently that's a trigger for me.
Because leather armor is a rich people thing. Like it didn't exist unless you were rich, because it cost so much more to make. It was so much more difficult to make when it did the exact same thing as a cloth pad. Like it's useless.
Go on. I'm taking notes for the exam later on.
The giant fur, the leather, super unrealistic. Get it all out. Vikings don't go bear fur. Like no, that's not how it works.
All I got was bear and fur.
That's all you need. Yeah.
This is leather. This is leather.
Unrealistic. Delete it.
Make your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper. Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shields!
And the fact that they were
Too bad you weren't wearing leather armor!
Coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system, to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face to face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle.
Is
So
that
we
true?
wanna portray the full
Were the Vikings
range
sneaking around
of
like
combat that you can
Not like
imagine
ninjas.
coming
No,
from
like
the
they
Vikings.
did night attacks. They had no problem doing night attacks and shit, but stealth, sneaky ninja, no.
We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game.
That's
we've
right.
all been
The
working
English
on.
would, the
please
Saxons will just think
enjoy
they're bloody
this
bears.
deep
They'll be like, ah, it's a bear,
dive
run!
into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England. You play as
I ruined my
Eivor,
hair.
a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles.
Is Eivor unisex?
Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal.
Wasn't that a man a minute ago?
Settlement in a hostile land.
They said his or
Shit,
her.
too much fur.
It is time we go a Viking.
You can be
Today
either
we
or.
raid, that tomorrow we may build.
You may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead
Ooh,
your raiding
FPS
crew
alert.
to battle.
Take your hammer back.
Oh, FPS alert!
Yeah, I saw that one.
See? Phil Spencer's been out this game, hasn't he? On the Xbox alert.
Your crew will
Jesus.
assist you in all your raids.
All those teraflops.
Fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing
Light
cargo
every
from
roof on
one's
fire.
arms.
I demand
And then
it.
loot it. Why wouldn't you loot it then set it on fire?
Resources you pillage
Why at the
may be used to
risk?
develop
It's
your
more
settlement,
epic.
giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your
Kitty!
settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of
Yes,
the
the map.
allies you've made, and a guide for future opportunities.
Lincolnshire. Yeah.
The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends.
Look at that fur.
In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety
Who the
of
fuck-
enemies
that guy
ever
was
assembled in an
huge.
Assassin's Creed game.
Ooh, FPS
That's why I
alert.
didn't have
Yeah.
any fur. They didn't have enough fur for him.
Offers a unique
Or leather
challenge.
armor.
And when they said they
coordinate
revamped the
with their
combat
allies
system,
for special
it kind of
attacks,
looks exactly the same
while
to me so
others will
far.
use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of
Just different
fallen
animations.
And you have the right
These
trigger and the
attacks,
left trigger
you must
ability
find and
bars,
exploit
just like
your
in
opponent's
Odyssey.
weaknesses to gain the upper hand.
Oh yeah, she caught a
Take
spear out of
fight
the
to your
air.
foes with a host of brutal new combat abilities. Snare them with the Viking heart.
That was rude.
Pummel them with throwing axes.
What the where are you getting all these axes?
Incapacitate.
You don't want to know. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, man.
Or
Oh
finish
yeah,
them
fur.
off. Dual wield any two weapons you wish.
Two shields!
A deadly combination of attacks.
Definitely 2 shields.
Customize your fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary
Please show 2
Viking
shields.
warrior.
Those animations were really like choppy.
Isn't this out in November?
All combinations of weapons are available to dual wield.
Yeah, I think so.
Including 2 shields.
Yes!
Yes, you can!
Yes! I'm maining double shield.
Not all situations.
If it hasn't got a battle royale with a story, I'm not in.
In this new land, a Viking must find a way.
That's what I did a minute ago with my coat.
Oh, they
I knew
added.
it.
They added.
No, I didn't see. I honestly can see it.
This hasn't been in a game since fucking like Assassin's Creed 2, where you can like join up with crowds
Use
and
Eivor's
shit.
hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and slip past watchful eyes. An unseen hunter among the
I
people.
thought it was neck just then. It's like.
Yeah, the animations are kind of.
From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure.
That
Hunt
missed.
and forage to replenish
Holy
health
shit, that's a big wolf.
equipment.
Oh, I kicked in the nards. Oh, he had slammed it.
Search pagan temples and Roman ruins
Oh,
for
no.
new activities and challenges.
Stonehenge.
Strengthen yourself.
Wow, way to
and
fucking
your
spoil the fucking solution to the puzzle.
The more
There
you
goes that
explore,
part of the game.
the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
Hang on, so they've got Watch Dogs 2
Ninth
coming
century
out.
England-
Sorry, Watch Dogs Legions coming out October
And
22nd.
3 weeks later, Valhalla comes out. Yes.
October 29th is Watch Dogs Legion actually.
3 weeks
And then
later,
July.
Valhalla comes out.
Yeah. Wow, that's close together. But some of the games aren't really similar, like they were trying to avoid.
Or long.
Did any of you play Odyssey?
Yep.
Okay, the last one I played was Origins. I didn't play Odyssey because Origins was so long I never finished it and I got bored.
Odyssey is
And
even
then
longer.
Odyssey came out way too fast to me that I hadn't even I hadn't recovered from playing the first one before the next one came out.
Odyssey's even
You know what?
longer.
Great.
Yeah. Odyssey, like
Odyssey is
Witcher
massive.
3?
Like
think Witcher 3, and then like
Times
Odyssey
3.
was just like hold my beer. Even Witcher 3 is not even close to Odyssey.
Odyssey is like, I think like the average gameplay. I mean, the average game time for just like the story is like 40-50 hours or something like that. And then there's like a shit ton of extra side content.
And a lot of the side content doesn't even feel fun to do, in all honesty. Like the side quests.
Carry this hay
half the
bale
time-
from here to here.
No, not even that. It's just like the side content, like some of the side missions you get for it. I was just a bit like I'm bored. I was just skipping the cutscenes just to get to kind of like finish it and get leveled up so I could actually continue the story.
Okay, so Valhalla, do we think it looks? I mean, I probably would get it. I think I probably will
I
get
like
it because
the
I didn't
siege.
play Odyssey, so I've had a bit more time off the series to come into it and it feel fresh enough, you know, because I
I'ma
haven't
get
played
it.
it in such a long time.
There
Hmm?
was great things
it-
about Odyssey, like the ship combat was great. Combat between the two sides that you got in Odyssey as well, like you know when they're like two fighting. I thought, oh, that's a good moment, and then it's very bare bones because it's literally like you go on a
Exactly.
field of battle and you just and
There's
like the
two
first
people
couple of
fighting
times you
here.
do
There's
it,
2 people fighting there. There's 2 people
Yeah.
fighting there. There's 2 people.
the first time
fighting
you do
there.
it, you're like, this is great, and then it just gets a bit like repetitive. And I'm hoping with the sieges it'll be slightly different.
It was a good idea, but it was just pairs of fucking NPCs scattered throughout the
Mm.
field, and every once in a while, one appeared that attacked you. Like it was very. It looked visually cool in Odyssey, but it wasn't actually anything innovative. Sieges look much more fun. Raids look much more fun. They look like you actually have to interact with your team and the enemy team. Like, the sieges look cool.
Different stages, like ramming the gate and
exactly.
then it's kind of
like there's things where I have to interact with my team so that I can progress. There was none of that in Odyssey.
Cool.
Like I want it looked like it was happening. I want the NPCs to be able to kill each other. In Odyssey, they just stood there fighting each other forever until you intervene. So
it was the actual progress.
Yeah, exactly. So
kind of for immersion more than anything, isn't it? It kind of breaks immersion when you see two NPCs going
just back and forth hitting each other. Yeah,
for an hour.
And then if I intervene and kill one, okay, you're welcome. You guys literally won this battle because of me, because you guys were just you would still be here in 10 years.
So for me, what I'm worried about, right? Valhalla, I really like the atmosphere. I think it looks really cool. What worries me about it being tied Assassin's Creed thing is maybe not even holding it back, but maybe not Assassin's Creed holding it holding, it. Well, like if it's a really good, fun universe and they've done really good stuff here, can they do a sequel to it and it be Assassin's Creed game without upsetting all the Assassin's Creed fans who want to see something new? You know what I mean? Like they can't carry on with that universe and make it cool and interesting. They kind of have to go, right, we've done Vikings, now what? And they have to keep looking for new things to do. And I think it's a shame in a way, because there could be some really good new IPs that they could start up and have,
I kind of like that aspect of it because it does force them to jump from different histories. Like we got to see Egypt and we got to see Greece, and now we're gonna get to see the Vikings. Like I like that aspect of it. We got to see London. We got to see France, and I like that aspect of it.
But I mean, I'd like to have it of a Viking IP though. Like that's ongoing.
I mean, they can do that with they did that with Assassin's Creed 2. There's Assassin's Creed 2 had like 4 fucking sequels to it, and it was all in that same time period. It was all Ezio. Ezio had 4 games.
Yeah.
So there's nothing stopping them from doing that. But I think the problem with that is the grand scale of how these games have evolved into. Origins and Odyssey are huge, and making sequels of those is extremely difficult. Ezio's Assassin's Creed 2 story was much more finite.
I wasn't really interested in Odyssey for some reason. I thought it looked visually great, but I just didn't find it compelling enough over Origins. It looked like the same, but in a different environment. And I was like,
As soon as I saw Greeks and they said you can do the Spartan kick, I was like, I'm on that. I'm fucking on that. I'm going to be Spartan kicking people off cliffs, and I have done multiple times. Even
I get
the big
stab
guys.
people with a spear, like
the lack of hidden blade and the lack of shield was a little bit annoying, but I suppose in a way
it's fine. They're making up for it. I can use 2 shields now.
2 shields and fur.
We're making up for the lack of it. Dual wield shields.
2 shields and a hidden blade.
Hell yeah.
You can have 2 shields, a hidden blade, fur, and leather armor.
Overkill, but yeah.
Fuck Cyberpunk. I'm buying it.
But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
One more thing. Ew.
Crocodile.
Palm tree.
Gustavo Fring. Now, I have to wonder, would they have shown Far Cry 6?
Trailer. What are you? Shh.
There's nothing happening.
It's random. Molotov.
Would they have shown this still, had they have not been leaked first?
Okay.
Probably not.
So why is it doing like a movie cinematic?
Not even movie, like just random things. Hey, look at this.
Blood.
Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this random item. Look, another random item.
It's pills. Bullet casings.
I like him as an actor. I'm eager to see what he does as a villain.
When is he not a villain?
Well, I'm saying like in a game.
Oh, okay.
Interacting with him. You don't interact with him. Libertad.
Kind of hope they make him a serious villain in this.
He looks serious to me.
As opposed to what? Hang on. As opposed to what? A silly
like-
villain. Hello!
I mean, no, like Voss wasn't really a serious villain.
Neither was Pagan Ming, really. He was a bit eccentric. So
I can't
was like Johnny Seed and all that. Like they've all the villains in the Far Cry games so far really have been quite eccentric. Be nice to have like a serious kind of, you know.
I thought you muted it. Lou, what are you doing?
Like portray him like they did in Breaking Bad.
Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me. Now.
Putting a lot of trust in a nervous kid.
He's further away now.
That's why he lost half his face.
Which means that someday you will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves.
Hell yeah.
They will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong. They will answer you with screams, call you evil, a monster, and give you this. So you tell me, are you evil? And are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has 2 basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom. You understand now? Prove it.
Did he drop it?
Far Cry 6 then. Can I first up just say that was the first trailer I've seen from this game, for this event that has had me completely fixated and engrossed, where like the world around me's vanished. I'm completely fixated. That was an awesome trailer. I loved it.
Mm.
I don't know why, it was simple and it was basic, but I think he was. They always do really, really good villains.
Hell yeah.
They've got some of the best
The Far
villains
Cry villains are
in video
amazing.
games. They're incredible, and that he's an awesome choice. And that trailer has got me like releasing now. I haven't seen gameplay, but releasing now, I'll buy it now. Like instantly buy it because that was
Doesn't mean like
gripping for me.
You
straight
buy
away.
Far Cry games for the villains at this point. Like,
yeah. I'm hoping with the Far Cry villains this time they decide to try and go with a more serious villain. Because they've all been quite eccentric in a way. Like even Pagan Ming, Buzz, all of them have
Boss.
just been quite.
Boss
Yeah,
was
they've all
nutto.
been quite eccentric. Yeah, and like it makes sense for the character, but it kind of gets a bit wearing in a way where they're all kind of a bit like, oh, this is gonna be another eccentric one. Like it'd be nice if they had like a serious villain and then eccentric like lieutenants for it.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
quite
looked a
interesting.
lot more serious. Like,
Yeah, which
he
is
looks like
that,
he's
that
a dude trying to grip his people and control the government. You know, like he's not doing. I'm trying to nuke the fucking world.
Like very, it's like he says exactly what he means. He doesn't be around the bush. He's very much. This is what's going to happen.
And his goal isn't nuts. Like his goal is
If they have-
his goal seems realistic. It's something that you might see in the real world. You know what I mean?
if they have like a scene like Breaking Bad where he like goes into the lab and he like takes his jacket off and they're like, "What are you doing?" and he's just like completely silent, getting his stuff ready, and like it's if they do something like that in this game,
Yeah, it's like the I love Voss. He's still my favorite villain, and but Voss is a very open, nutto, very forward person. While this guy could be like the opposite. He's very quiet, reserved, but then when he starts doing shit, holy shit, he's fucking evil as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Breaking Bad scene, he was very quiet and serious. Voss would have been exactly. Voss would have been yapping his ass off the whole time. Like so.
That's what I mean. Is like complete silent for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden he just goes up behind the guy and just, like slices his
Pure
throat, and he's
fucking
like,
evil. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
like,
know,
whatever villains kind of they do their thing and you're reacting to it, whereas he kind of does his thing to see how you react.
and you're kind of trying to
shift.
you're trying to guess what he's going to do as well, and it's just it's just captivating the way that he played Gus Fring in Breaking Bad, and if he can bring like that style of character to this game,
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought they hired him. They would have been for his performance on Breaking Bad. Like that would have been exactly why they brought him in. You know, he was obviously in The Mandalorian as well. Very similar kind of role there.
I think
kind of,
a lot of the
thing.
I think a lot of the past villains kind of built on anticipation. Like you can see what they're gonna do, and as they get closer and closer to do it, you get more anticipated for it. Where his type of character builds more on suspense. You're not sure what the fuck he's gonna do, and you're sitting there like, holy shit, what, and then he does it, and it's just like, holy fuck, okay.
Well, you think he's gonna do something, does something completely different.
That's what he did.
I'm really excited. I could already know there's gonna be so many curveballs in this game. Like, you think about to do something and he doesn't. It's like, oh shit, I'm really excited for it.
it'd be nice to see some gameplay of it, and I think him as a villain is going to be insane, and it's going to take the Far Cry story in a different way. In a way, I think maybe just the way he's going to play it it's going to feel different. Whilst it probably might follow the same formula, you'll probably be an outsider coming in helping people, or potentially not. You're going to be on the side of good, overthrowing him. Basically, it's going to be that's going to be the story.
He doesn't seem like a villain that goes out of his way to be charismatic. So
No,
every past villain from 3 to 5 have been very charismatic villains. They're in your face all the time. So
if in part of the story they do a scene where you're caught and you like speak to him and he comes to speak to you, I'm just gonna have goosebumps the entire scene.
It's probably gonna be a scene of very few words. Like that's how he rolls.
Okay, so we've seen Watch Dogs Legion, Brawlhalla, Might and Magic Era of Chaos.
Hell yeah.
Tom Clancy's Lead Squad.
Hell yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege breaking out numbers. Hyperscape.
It's very dark. I didn't really like it. Super dark.
It's a battle royale.
We saw Phil Spencer briefly.
High as fuck.
He looked pretty high. That was weird.
But he didn't say the buzzword. I'm a bit disappointed.
What buzzword are you looking for?
Smart delivery.
God damn it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla we saw a bit of. I'm kind of interested in that actually.
Looks interesting. Super excited for that.
Far Cry 6 for me is probably I know we haven't seen anything of it yet, and we don't know anything about it really, but I'm already more excited about Far Cry 6 than anything else I've seen so far.
I mean, I'm definitely interested in Legion. Legion's probably the one I want to play the most right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going to get led down by Legion because I love Watch Dogs 2 so much. I feel like it's going to go too far away from the good story writing to being just silly over the top everything, and it's going to be very repetitive very quickly. I feel like
I don't know.
I hope I'm wrong, but
yeah. I have faith in their story. Their storytelling has gotten much better over the years, so I'm interested to see how they roll with that.
Okay, so that's our thoughts and reactions to the Ubisoft Forward 2020 event. I was looking forward to Far Cry 6 the most. Jenkins was kind of...
Same, really, yeah. Yeah, Far Cry 6, bit of Valhalla in there, maybe. Just before Cyberpunk.
Dystopian
Abyss.
technology.
But no leather and no fur.
Yeah! Anyways.
Yep, so that's it from us. Thanks for watching.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah, and comment down below what you liked about the video as well.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to the most? And what did you want to see but haven't seen yet? Skull and Bones, anybody? But that's that. That's it from us. Thanks. Bye-bye.